Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're tackling something super important, the 7 biggest money myths that are secretly holding you back from getting wealthy. If you've ever heard money is evil or rich people are greedy, stick around because we're about to destroy those myths with facts, stories and a whole lot of truth. Let's dive right in. Myth number 7. If I get rich, others will have to starve. This is what's called the zero-sum game myth. It's the idea that there's only so much money to go around like a pie, and if you take a big slice, someone else gets less. But here's the truth. Money and wealth aren't like a pie. They're more like a bakery. When you create value, you're actually making the pie bigger for everyone. Let's look at an example. Imagine you invent a new app that helps people save time. You charge a small fee and millions of people buy it. You get rich, but your customers also benefit. They save time, maybe even money, and their lives get easier. You hire employees, pay taxes, and support other businesses. Your success doesn't take away from others. It creates more opportunities for everyone. Think about all the jobs created by companies like Apple, Google, or even your local bakery. When they succeed, they hire more people, buy more supplies, and help their communities grow. So don't feel guilty about getting rich. Use your wealth to lift others up. Myth number 6. Making money is hard. You have to work yourself sick. We've all heard this grind-set hustle culture. No sleep, no fun, just work. But is that really the only way? Yes, hard work matters, but smart work matters even more. The world is full of people working long hours and still struggling, while others work fewer hours but earn more by working smarter. Let's break it down. Imagine 2 people, Alex and Jamie. Alex works 16 hours a day at a tough job, barely making ends meet. Jamie, on the other hand, spends time learning about investing, starts a small online business, and automates some of her work. She works few hours but earns more because she's using her time and skills wisely. The internet, investing, and creativity have opened up so many ways to make money without burning out. It's about finding leverage, building systems, and focusing on what you're good at. So don't just work harder, work smarter. Learn new skills, look for opportunities, and remember, your time is valuable. And the more skills you learn, the more valuable your time becomes. Myth number 5. Money doesn't make you happy. Let's get real. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy freedom, security, and opportunities. It can't buy love or fulfillment, but it can remove stress, provide for your loved ones, and give you the time to pursue your passions. Here's an example. Imagine someone who's constantly worried about paying rent or buying groceries. That stress can make it hard to enjoy life. Now imagine they get a better job or a raise. Suddenly, they can afford healthy food, a safe place to live, and maybe even a vacation. Their happiness increases not because of the money itself, but because of what it allows them to do. Studies show that money makes you happier up to a point. Once your basic needs are met, more money doesn't add much. But if you're struggling, money can make a huge difference. So money isn't everything, but it sure helps you live your best life. Use it to create memories, help others, and chase your dreams. Myth number 4. Rich people are ruthless, greedy, and selfish. We see this stereotype in movies all the time. The evil billionaire, the greedy tycoon. But is it really true? Sure, some rich people are not so lovely. But are all broke people kind, loving, and generous because they are not rich? Most wealthy people are just regular people who worked hard, took risks, and got a little lucky. It's easy to focus on the negative examples, but there are countless wealthy individuals who are incredibly generous and kind. Let's look at some real-life examples. Warren Buffett, the most successful investor in the world, is giving away almost all of his money to charity. Mackenzie Scott, the co-founder of Amazon, donated billions to support education and equality. There are thousands of business owners who quietly support their communities, create jobs, and help people every day. Being rich gives you the power to make a difference, and here's a thought. If you believe all rich people are terrible, you might subconsciously reject money out of fear of becoming evil. Let's change that story. Money is a tool. It's neutral. It's the meaning we give money that makes it what we experience. If you're a kind person, money just gives you more ways to help. Myth number 3. You shouldn't talk about money. This one's weird. People act like money is a dirty secret. But how are you supposed to learn about money if you never talk about it? Imagine we treated math or science like that. Don't talk about math, it's rude. We'd all fail our exams. The truth is, talking about money helps you learn, grow, and avoid mistakes. It's about breaking down the stigma and creating a culture of financial literacy. In wealthy families, money is a regular subject. Kids learn about using money in a smart way to create financial freedom. They learn the money habits early on that people in non-wealthy families never learn, unless they become curious and start learning from wealthy people. Here's a tip. Start small. Talk to friends or family about saving, budgeting, or investing. Find the wealthiest person in your circle and learn from them. Ask questions and don't be afraid to admit what you don't know. The more we talk about money, the more we all learn. By reading biographies about wealthy people, by reading their books, attending their seminars, or listening to their lectures, we can find out how they think and what the secrets are that make them so successful. We might be surprised to find some answers that we never would have guessed. So talk about money, ask questions, share tips, and help each other get smarter. That's how we take the mystery out of money. Myth number 2. Money spoils your character. People say if you get rich, you'll turn into a, let's say, not so lovely person. But is that really true? Let's think about it. Sure, some people let money go to their heads. But for every one of those, there are 100 who use their wealth to make the world better. Money doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you are. If you're kind and generous when you're broke, you'll be even more kind and generous when you're rich. Money just gives you a bigger platform. It's like a magnifying glass. It magnifies all the qualities that are in you already. If you are a kind person and you become rich, you'll spread that kindness even more and share it. And now the number 1 myth, the granddaddy of them all. Money is the root of all evil. You've heard it 1,000,000 times, right? But let's get real. The full quote is actually, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. See the difference? Money itself is just a tool, like a magic wand. It can build, heal, and help, or it can cause trouble depending on who's waving it. Let's use an example. Imagine a hammer. You can use it to build a house or break a window. The hammer isn't good or bad, it's just a tool. Money's the same way. It can be used to help people build schools, fund research, or yes, do bad things. But it's not the money that's evil, it's the intentions behind it and the people using it. Think about all the incredible things money can do. Fund medical research, build schools, alleviate poverty. It's not the money that's evil, it's how we use it. So let's reframe this. Money isn't the root of all evil. It's a reflection of our values. Use it wisely, use it kindly, and it can be a force for incredible good. So there you have it. The 7 biggest money myths totally busted. If you want to get wealthy, start by changing your beliefs. And here's a fun fact. If you ever say, I don't really care about money, try swapping money for my partner or my friends. Would they stick around you if you talked about them that way? If you said, I don't really care about you, how long do you think they would want to hang out with you? Money is the same way. It wants to be respected and it wants to support us. So let's make friends with money. It's a tool that gives us freedom to choose what we want to do, how and where we want to spend our time. And if you're a kind person, money won't suddenly make you evil when you get some. Imagine someone handing you a bundle of money, and the minute you put that money into your pocket, you turn into a terrible person. Does that sound likely? Yeah, I don't think so either. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and share with a friend who needs to hear this. Remember, the biggest myth is thinking you can't change your life. You totally can. Go and get it.